All right, so just got out of one of our stand-up meetings, and one of the things that I'm learning, I'm really learning this. And when you're managing multiple portfolio companies, one of the things that you're really doing is you're managing momentum cycles. So each company in the portfolio has a different momentum cycle that they're on. And very rarely they're at the same place of momentum. One company could be on all cylinders, captured that momentum, and are continuing to build on that momentum. The other company may be a little stuck and trying to figure out that momentum. But the main thing is being able to help those leaders unlock that momentum. And sometimes momentum's not just going to come out of the sky and just hit you. You have to create that momentum, or you have to create the conditions for momentum to even happen. And it's one of the, you can read a lot of books about acquisitions and stuff like that. You don't really see about like the managing multiple momentum cycles and how that actually works and affects the overall business. One of the first things I do and look for when I feel momentum is waning or momentum has been just completely lost is really going back to the vision. I think as leaders, sometimes we undervalue the power of just having a vision. So what I've done, and I've done this a while ago, I wrote out this TFX Manifesto, CEO's Guide to Vision. And this is something that I read pretty much every single day just to remind me of the vision that I set out to do. And when I look at this helps me to really like clarify and really get some clarity around like what it is that I'm setting out to do and why I'm setting out to do it. And this is like I said, just a document that I read pretty much on a daily basis to keep my mind focused on what the vision is. And as I understand more and more about the vision, it helps me to communicate that vision out to whoever I'm speaking with, whether it be team members, whether it be portfolio companies, and sometimes, locking in on that vision when things don't seem clear. This is like one of the first things. So if you're out there, you're listening, you're a leader, I would definitely recommend that you take the time to really draft a manifesto so that you have something to consistently guide you as you're going through different cycles of your business. Because the reality is, if you don't, this saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's how vision is. If you're not consistently using your vision to compel yourself and your team forward, you'll lose it. It'll just fade away. And it's one thing that you don't want to mess with. You have to keep your vision in front of you at all times. Now, I want to be really clear here. Having a vision is not enough. You need more than just having a vision. You have to activate that vision. I know a lot of people, I've even been in this position where you have a lot of vision, but you don't have the momentum to really carry it all the way through. So how do you activate that vision? You need to activate it by belief. Having belief, believing in yourself, believing in your team, believing in the processes that you put down, the systems. You have to be able to believe in all of these things to activate them. That's the only way, because the more you believe, the more you have those small wins, and those small wins lead to more time you want to invest in said thing. And the more time you invest, you get a return on that investment for growth. So those are the three things I think about, really think about the believing. You have to really believe so that you can get those small wins. And sometimes starting small is the best step. Like really finding the very minute thing that you can do. Because I know sometimes it just everything feels cluttered. But you have to find that seed of action that you can take to begin to build your belief again and really activate the vision that you have in your mind for your business. And talking to CEOs and leaders about this all the time, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different things that you're juggling, so it's not always easy to really keep that momentum. But you just have to keep going. But it starts with finding that small seed of action. One of the main factors of losing momentum is usually it's a process or a system issue. Meaning at a very base level, looking at the systems either aren't in place yet or they're being worked out. And if they're being worked out, any little chink in the armor of the chain of that systems usually go by the wayside. And it's almost like a slow leaks. Like when you're driving and you get a flat tire, and there's something like a nail in there in the tire, and it's like a slow leak. That's how momentum is sometimes. Sometimes it's a slow leak. You don't even realize you're losing it until it's too late. And the next thing you know, you and your team have lost momentum. Now you have to recreate the momentum. That's why, consistently auditing what you're doing in terms of your systems and your processes is so crucial. Because if you don't get ahead of it, you will lose you will lose perspective and lose that momentum that you spent so much time putting together. So your systems, look at your systems and your playbooks and all those different things. You'll be surprised how many leaks are there. At the end of the day, it's about resilience. You got to have resilience. If you don't have resilience, it's going to be really tough to bounce back. And that's when it's in that valley when people quit. Most people quit, or it's hard for them to pivot into a new direction. So it's really about resilience and being resilient. Add all the skill sets, knowledge, everything you bring to the table. Probably the main thing that you're going to need is resilience, because you're not always going to have that momentum. And when you do have it, it's more challenging to sustain that over time. So with that said, it's about that time. I'm looking at the clock right now. I'm done for the day. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. I don't take it lightly. With that said, I'm out. Peace.